in your home. If fire breaks out anywhere you are, our natural human reaction is panic. And then we grab a water source, hoping that that water source is going to extinguish the fire. But if it's an electrical fire, if it's a grease fire, if it's a fire under the hood of your car, water is not going to do the trick. Water is certainly not going to take care of usually a charcoal or a gas fire. We're going to show you with a product called Fire Gone how quickly you can put the fire out at its source. Now, let me ask you if you have a fire extinguisher in your house. Okay, if you can't tell me exactly where it is and hasn't been recharged lately, you're already in trouble. And do all of your family members know how to use that fire extinguisher? Do they know where it's located? Has it been checked recently? What if fire were to break out in your kitchen, you grab the fire extinguisher only to find out that it had lost its charge and was no good to you? Now your blood pressure rises more, your panic increases, and suddenly what started out as something small turns into something catastrophic. These 4 cans could be a game changer. I bought these, put these in my home, and I'm not alone. 85,000 sets have been sold since we brought these to QVC. Now, I keep one under the sink, I keep one out by the barbecue grill, keep one in the glove box of my car, keep one in the garage, because if something happens, I know right away. I rip off the little tab, I point, and I shoot. This is something remarkable. These have a 4-year shelf life, and you're going to love the fact that this is going to be a way for everybody to be schooled on how to battle a fire. Now, you get 4 when you get these home. Sacrifice one of these so that every member of your family learns how to use it. You might want to do what most people are going to do tonight and buy 2 sets, because doesn't it make sense to have one in your camper, on your boat, in your vacation home, in every car that is parked in your driveway? This is so important. Now, 5 easy payments goes away at end of day today at the end of our show tonight. We'll take a look at that videotape again, because I want you to see that not every fire is created equally. Grease fires can't be put out with water. They have to be suffocated. If it is an under your car hood fire, it's probably an oil or a gas fire of some kind. It might be electrical. Like this case where there was a frayed electrical cord and it caught drapes on fire. You spray that with water, not going to do the job. If you've got a gas grill and it's out of control, spraying with water is not going to do the trick. We're going to show you how you can completely and safely extinguish the fire. Let's bring in Amy D'Angelo. She is our Fire Gone expert. She's outside of her home. Hopefully the storm has passed, Miss Amy. It looks like it has.
All you're going to do is pop that top, point it at your fire. Oh, you see that? Sorry, this one fell on me before. It's a
Maybe
little
the storm
crazy
hasn't passed,
windstorm.
Amy.
No, it hasn't, David. But you can see how quickly I put that out. Now it's going to discharge at a distance of 13 feet and spray for 13 seconds. And again, these are your gas, wood, oil, electrical, and grease fires. And I'm just going to grab another can. Sorry, the wind's blowing my cans around up over here. Here we go. I'm going to pop that tab, put my finger right on that trigger, just like bug spray. Point it where you want it to be, right at that fire. And as the fire goes out, I like to get in and douse it and make sure that the entire base of that fire and the entire thing is extinguished. Your grease, your oil, your gas, your wood, and your electrical fires. David, it's that simple. Just pop the tab, point, and spray it right at your fire.
And if you are camping, if you are out in a recreation area and you've got fire, either to keep you warm or you're cooking over it, making sure it's completely out has never been more important. But remember, every fire can't be doused with water. Electrical fires, no, they need a different type of fire suppressant. Your gas grill gets out of control, spray it with water, it's not going to help you. If you've got a grease fire, you need to suffocate that grease fire and not spray it with water, because the water causes the grease to splatter and the fire spreads very easily. This is quick, it's easy, and it's so important for every member of your family to know how to use this. Now, I have a fire extinguisher in my home. I can't remember when I bought it. I think it's still in the box, which lets me know I'm not exactly sure where it is. Probably in the garage. I have a fire break out in the kitchen. I don't worry anymore because I bought this and I put it under my sink. Now, if a fire breaks out on my stove, I grab this can and I make quick work of it. This is going to be your first line of defense. What happens when a fire breaks out? we as human beings panic because fire is dangerous, right? Of course it is. This is going to be a way for you to point and shoot. Now, the little safety tabs have been broken off these samples, but right across the top is a little black safety tab. You're going to break that off, point this at the fire, and pull the trigger. It's that easy. This shoots, I believe, Amy, you said up to 13 feet, is that right?
Right, 13 feet for 13 seconds. And actually, David, I got in really close here, and you can see that tab that you were talking about. But I'm going to go back here. You know, we are in the middle of a rain and windstorm, and I put my goggles on. I'm going to light a road flare. We always see these by the side of the road where there's an accident. They don't go out in the snow. They don't go out in the rain. That's what they're designed to do, stay lit. I actually have a bowl of water here, and I'm just going to kind of stick it in here. And you can see all it's doing is making a big spattery mess. I'm actually going to hold this straight ahead, and I've got a fireman here, and I'm going to ask him on the count of 3 to put this out with the fire gun. 3, 2, 1. There you go. And you can see his hands coming in here. It's so windy tonight here in the storm. But David, you can see how Fire Gone put this out. And again, it's not going to go out in the water on the side of the road. So what you've got here is your Fire Gone. It's a fire suppressant. It will put out your grease, your oil, your electrical, your wood, and your fabric fires. It will spray for 13 seconds, and it'll discharge at a distance of 13 feet. And please, take these to those bonfires. Take these to those tailgates. Take them out this summer with you on the boat, everywhere you are, and make sure everyone in your home knows how to use these.
Without a doubt. And I'll tell you, it's so very important. Have you ever seen a car disabled on the side of the road on fire? Many times, depending on when the fire company gets there, they'll just let the car burn itself out. And sometimes those cars blow up because the fire reaches the gas tank. Oh my heavens. So this is what it's all about. Having one of these in the glove box, as soon as you see smoke, as soon as you see fire, you get after it. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 in this order. I can tell you now that in this show alone, we've taken orders for over 900. We have how many people waiting to place an order? 300 people on the phone lines. And I know that it's 9:48 and it's storming in a lot of areas, at least here in the Northeast. And probably the last thing you're thinking about is fire. You're like, yeah, David, don't worry about that. I don't have fire at my house. I hope you don't have fire at your house. I hope you never have to use these. I hope that they expire before you ever have a need to use them. But in the event that you need them, I hope you have them, because they're going to be so very important. Stop the fire fast. All kinds of fires, grease fires, oil fires, gasoline fires, electrical fires, wood fires, whatever you've got going on, whatever has broken out, this is going to be your first line of defense. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. We're excited about the first day at this price. We're also excited about the 5-pay, but 5-pay does go away at the end of our show tonight. Now, we're almost 2 hours into our 4-hour show tonight. In another 2 hours and make that 11 minutes, this price is over. Or excuse me, the easy pay is over. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Amy, we're going back to you now. Hopefully the winds have calmed down a bit. Talk to us more about what this will do.
For the moment, David, and you saw it got on my hand before, it's water-based, so all you're going to do is just take a towel and wipe your hand off. But again, you're going to pop that tab, point it at your fire. Oh, here you go. You know, the wind is knocking my hands over, and some of them, here we go, let's try that again. Ah, here we go. David, look at this. My fire went right out. Again, it'll spray for 13 seconds at a distance of 13 feet. And once you've used it, please just throw it out and then start all over again, because they're single-use cans, and all you're going to do is pop that tab, and then you are going to go and put out that fire.
Now, Amy, I understand that the wind is not an ideal condition for you tonight, but did you see how that stream even battled those fierce winds where you are?
Yeah.
It stayed right on target, went right into the bucket, and put the fire out. Even as Amy is bracing for a horrible line of thunderstorms. I just got big alerts on my phone that Westchester is right in the middle of a thunderstorm warning right now, which means it's happening. So what's happening here is making its way towards you, Amy. So this is going to be so important for everyone in your home. Everyone should be schooled on this. If I ask you right now, what is your fire safety plan in your home? Do you have one? Do you own a fire extinguisher? Now, if you do, that's great. Does every member of your family know how to use it? And when was the last time you checked it? Is it charged? Did you buy it so long ago you're not even sure because you've never used it? And what happens if fire breaks out in your kitchen? You grab it, you press it, and nothing happens. Now suddenly the anxiety and the tension and the panic rises up into your ears. Don't let this opportunity pass you by because this is too easy a solution. This is the best $36.98 you're ever going to spend. And I hope you never need to use it. But in the event that you do, I hope you have it. This is going to be so important because everyone knows what it feels like to be caught flat-footed when a fire breaks out. Fires always start small and they turn into something catastrophic. Don't let that happen to you. This is your opportunity to get out ahead of it. Make sure every member of the family is trained on how to use it, and make sure that they're everywhere that fire could potentially be an issue. And make sure that every member of your family knows where to locate these. That 15 minutes you spend with your family, call a family meeting, everybody in the kitchen, no eating, just sit down and let's talk fire safety. I know it sounds a little silly and your teenagers are going to roll their eyes and the whole 9 yards. But the night or the day that fire breaks out in your home, you're going to be so glad you spent that time and you made this purchase tonight. Don't miss out on this. Amy, we've got about 2 minutes left. What have you got?
Okay, David, I've got some more fires. Again, if you use this on your cooktop, don't worry. All you're going to do is water-based. You are just going to clean it up with some water. There's going to be no corrosion. There's going to be no sticky residue. There's no mess to worry about. You're just going to spray and clean it up. I'm actually going to walk back over here for a minute. And here we are. I've got some more fires lit, thanks to my firemen. I'm going to pop that tab, put my finger right on the trigger, point it at that fire. Oh, let me grab another one. I'm so sorry, David. We have had some crazy winds, and my cans have been flying everywhere, and a couple of them got damaged during that storm before. But here we go. We're just going to put out that fire, and it's going to take seconds to do that. But remember that you've got to know where they are. Most fire extinguishers, are they charged? Do you know how to pull that pin? Have you read the instructions? Where is it? It gets to be costly. And this is just something, I'm going to grab another can as I'm talking. This is just something that's so simple. You pop your tab, put your finger on that trigger, point it right at that fire, and put it out. And again, as it goes out, I like to get closer and get to the base of that fire. It will discharge at 13 seconds. 13 feet, spray for 13 seconds, and you're covered with your wood, your oil, your grease, your electrical, and your fabric fires. And everyone in this family, as you said, can know how to use this. It's that simple.
Amy, we're going to let you break down your setup and get inside before that storm hits. Thank you for being here tonight. I'll wrap things up from here, but it's always a pleasure to have you back. So
Thanks,
let's talk to you and then roll that videotape one more time about the kinds of fires that this is all about. 2,000 of these sets are now gone. Have these in the glove box of every car, on your boat, in your camper. Fire breaks out under the hood, you got an electrical fire in the house, maybe a frayed cord catches drapes on fire. Sure, it's unsettling, absolutely, panic-inducing. We're going to help you get after the issue and get ahead of it before it can get ahead of you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. 5 Easy Payments expires now in 2 hours and 5 minutes. Don't miss out on your opportunity to pick up Fire Gone. This could be a real game changer in your home. All right, now, don't forget we have strawberries. Here's a little trivia.